Cheers, everybody. For those that me, we'll catch up later. So it's a beautiful day here in Panga, and let's hope I don't miss any um, chats. Yeah, so I've just put the chat on. Let me just check that again. All messages are visible. Okay. Yeah, so good morning, everybody. So, yeah, the road trip cancelled due to the weather, really. My plan was, morning, Andy. How you doing? Yeah, the road trip was cancelled a bit due to the weather, really. My planned route was from Panga to Ranong, Ranong to Champon, and Champon up to Prachuap Khiri Khan. And it's got really bad weather up there at the moment. All of southern Thailand. Morning, Greg. All of southern Thailand isn't great at the moment. However, we've got some blue skies today, which is really. And so I thought the best thing to do was, rather than like ride up in the rain and stuff. I don't mind a bit of rain, getting caught in it, so I've got waterproofs and everything. But I have a choice, don't I? Retired. It's not as if I've got a week off of work and then that week's got to be wherever I go, or if I don't go. Morning, Gary. Cold Melbourne. Yeah. And so I thought to myself that yeah, I'll put it off, and I'll most probably revisit the road trip in beginning of December, really, when the weather should have turned by then. So just not worth it, really. I say I don't mind riding in the rain, but leaving in the rain and all day in the rain, I don't see the point of it, really, because you're not going to see much. And for those of you that have driven in Thailand, yeah, it's all right. I've only put it off. Exactly, Greg. Exactly, and that's what I was thinking. What's the point? I'm retired. I can just put it off for a later date, and that's what I've done. The bike was all ready, everything was packed. So the stuff that I've packed, I've just left in my dry bag and left it in the spare room for now. So it's all ready to go later. So it's absolutely fine. So I think it's a good decision to do that. As I said, is for those of you who've ridden in Thailand or driven in Thailand, when the weather's really bad, it's not a good place to be on the road, to be honest with you. And so, being as I'd had sort of 500 kilometres to go, and if I've got to keep pulling over and everything, then, not worth it. So I thought I'd stay. Hey, not a bad thing, is it? And get a few things done around the house. Got to trim up the garden. Absolutely, Andy. No rush at all. So I'd rather ride up, leave early in the morning as it gets light. I think sunlight is about quarter past. Yeah, I did. I give Parker a little hug saying, don't worry, it'll happen. It'll happen. And I thought, leave about, I think, yeah, well, the tiki bar still got a bit more work, as you know. It's only taken me 25 years to do it. Just kidding. But yeah, so I thought I'd rather leave. I think the sun comes up about quarter past. Tommy J, how you doing? The sun comes up about 6:15, so my plan was to leave around about 6 o'clock, and then it gives me all day for 500 kilometres, and I'm not going to break my balls trying to get up there and everything. Just take it easy and enjoy the ride, because if you're in the rain, you're going to get stressed out a little bit, and you've got to watch everyone around you because they don't slow down. And I've attended so many accidents when I used to be at rescue. When it started raining and coming down, we were like, we're ready to go, because normally that's what happens, So for me, it's a no-brainer. But the road trip will happen. I might go out for a couple of days because the red zones and stuff, they're still there. But Krabi, Phuket and Panga are a blue zone, so you can travel freely. I think you can travel freely anywhere, really. Depends where you go and the time you go and the luck of the draw, really. That's what it is. I don't think it's been a problem. I've had me double vax anyway, and I've got me little travel yellow passport, which is for international travel. I've got that. So, I've got everything I need, got everything I've got for road travel and stuff. So I thought I'd just sit and chill out and do a few more bits around the house and the garden, because there's always plenty to do. Always. The car's in the garage, just having got a smell of fuel on it, happening for a little bit. And I took it up there a few days ago, locally, garage that my friend Toe found for us, just locally. They're good guys. And it's the O-rings on the injectors, or one of them. So I went up there the other day. I got one of them battery packs that you can do, start a battery with. And I thought, well, if I'm going on my road trip, I'll take that with me as well. So I went up there and they got all the top half of the engine off, and he showed me. He said he thinks it's an injector. In our bit of Tinglish, you know, tie and the English together, we got there and a bit of Google Translate, and so they're pretty good, pretty good. I'm hoping it's not going to be a massive bill, but it is what it is, and I don't really like the smell of fuel. I mean, I'm not worried about the smell so much, but the thing is, it could lead to something if you get a mist of fuel anywhere. That's how fires happen on cars, isn't it? Really. And hey, if that ever happened, you think, I wish I'd have got it done now. So she's up there. She's going to be, I don't know, 3 or 4 days. They tend to keep it quite a long time, but I'm cool. It's literally on the bike, not I say about a minute away from me. So they'll get it all sorted out, and they normally bring it back when it's done. And if I take it up there, they'll use my car or their car, and they'll bring me back home, which is really great service, you know. Yeah, that'd be all right, Andy. Just take your time and just stick to, you know, the smaller roads and stuff. It is, it's all right. You just got to have eyes up your bum, really, and expect the unexpected and think everybody's out there to kill you, really. You know, well, maybe a slight exaggeration, but you know what I'm saying. You've got to be really wary, really. Because albeit that as Westerners, we've learnt to drive the correct way, and well, what is the correct way, and it is what it is. And it's no good sort of pump people bleat about it and say how dangerous it is. They shouldn't do this, they should do that. This is how it is here, and if you want to drive, that's what you need to take consideration. Use your skills that you've got for driving or riding, but then apply it to the tyres. Yeah, I got a dash cam on the car, but not on the bike. I mean, I got I've got the GoPro going on there, but I know Dave and Got Love Thailand. He's I think he got a camera set at 1080. I think it was about 4 or 5,000 baht, which is a good price, and that's recording front and back and stuff. Yeah, I might. Well, yeah, I think it's a good idea to have. Wow, yeah, that's a long way, Gary. That's a long way. Furthest when we lived on Koh we went from Koh got the night ferry to Champon, and then we went up to Chiang Mai and Pai. We was on the road for about 2.5, 3 weeks, and that was good fun. Yeah, good fun. 2 up on the bike, me and Lisa. There's an old video somewhere on mine. I found it. It was an old video. This is before, really, I suppose I was vlogging, really, but I found an old video and I put it up. It's the Death Railway. And up that way, Kanchanaburi. So we went up there. It's a lovely part of the world. Lovely part of the world. I think all the Thailand really for road trips is great because there's always somewhere you can get a coffee. There's always somewhere you can get some, street food and stuff, and little restaurants along the roads, and the accommodation. I thought about doing a bit of camping. I know Dave's going to do a bit of camping, but the accommodation is pretty cheap, really. I just like the thought of the fun of doing the camping. I want to camp on a beach, if that sounds crazy, but I want to be good to do. So maybe that might be later on, but it's cheap enough to get around anyway. So the road trip's on hold until the 1st of November. Certainly is, Gary. I wouldn't want to live anywhere else. Great place to live. I love it. So 10 years now. Yeah. February next year will be the start of our 11th year. So all good. Yeah. Yeah, Andy. I mean, it's a massive place, as you know, and there's so much you can do. There's so much, and most of the roads look the same and stuff, but it's a great place for travelling and seeing all the sites. There's the sites like Chiang Rai right up the top end, Maeong Song, Kanchanaburi, all up that way. It's absolutely stunning. We'd say we done the Maeong Song a good few years ago. Got to be careful with that because there's 1,864 curves in the road, and everybody's at it, and the trucks and the buses, they don't really consider anyone else apart from themselves, and you might be going around a corner. You have to ride differently. I found, for me, to ride differently when you go around a bend, instead of hitting like on the inside and then going out to the corner of the bend. When you go around it, I go the other way, because when you go around a bend, you don't really want to be on the middle of the road, like where the 2 lanes cross. You want to be far over, because time and time again. Yeah, you go and bang it out, Gary. Take it easy and enjoy the gym. And Yeah, and so you want, when they come around the corner, sometimes they're on the other side of the road, and if you're coming on the bike and you're moving onto the middle of the road, as usually what you would do on a motorcycle, you ain't got nowhere to go. So I always, on a bend, I always go the other side. I always make sure if I'm going around a bend, I'm not on the middle of the road, I'm over the other side. So I take the bend differently. People may think it's stupid, but I've been on bends before where they come around the corner on the other side of the road, mate, and say all of a sudden you ain't got nowhere to go. Yeah, enjoy your gym, Gary. December, pray for it. December the 1st. It's going to be the beginning of December. I'm going to do my road trip. The weather should be settled a bit more then. Yeah, we've had a couple of snakes. We had, when we were building like the steps and the pool before the garden was sort of done, and the wall was across the back and the tiki bar wall was there. We had a big one that come in, black I think it was, and I don't know whether it was a cobra or not, but it came up onto the patio steps, and then it went off, and it went off. But I've seen a couple on the front driveway when I've been making coffee in the morning. I know the tiki bar's not totally ready yet, as you know, Greg, but going to get some stalls for it. 4 stalls. We've seen some in Ban and Beyond in Phuket that we want. Yeah, it's getting there. It's getting there, slowly but surely. But hopefully, say December time, January, February, March, April, it's all pretty good weather. So it should all be ready for then, hopefully. I've got to put the conduit for the electrics in. And that's the next step I've got to do. So being as I'm not going away, I should mostly attack that this week. What's the day today? Tuesday? Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. Yeah, so I should mostly attack that and get that up, and then that'll give us a position where the sockets are going to go, blah, 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 and all that. That's one step out of it. So first fix, I suppose, second fix, and it's second fix. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. Obviously, I was a little not disappointed in not going on the road trip, but it makes sense not to do it because, as I said earlier, just crazy. CJ, how you doing? Yeah, it's nice weather today. We've had some rain like most places, but it's really nice at the moment. So I thought I'd have me cup of coffee in the pool. I've been down the park this morning early. I'm still at it, still walking away and running up and down the steps. I do 15 sort of up and down the steps. There's 20 steps. So I do 15 of them now. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you're coming first week of February. So when you come down this way, shout us up. Shout us up for sure. But yeah, so yeah, I've been down the park, done my bit. Oh, cheers, Greg. Yeah, it's very slow. I think it was 1975 I started it. And so, but yeah, it's slow. But as I said, you know, I'm retired. I take my time doing it. And Ning next door's helped to do the welding, and I've done everything apart from the welding of obviously the roof cross members. I built the bar, but Ning shuttered it all up. Hi, Ed from Kentucky. And Ning built the concrete top for the bar. You can just see behind me. It's like, you know, polished concrete, and I built the sofa, but he's going to obviously do the same thing. He's going to screed that in. So I built pretty much all of it. I mean, looking at the bar now and the bits I've done, if I was to do it again, I'd have done it slightly differently. But as I said, I'm not a builder. I'll have a go at most things. And yeah, it's looking okay. And once all the stalls are in and the bar's done and blah blah blah, it'll all look better. Table's come on well. I'm pleased. Oh, do you know what? This is cold. I'm cold, really. Yeah. So let me just flip you around. And I know you've seen it all before, but you know it's different to seeing my face. Yeah, and we just put the old cushions on there. Once that's done, cheers, Ed. Once that's all done, it's all screeded up, and then we're going to order the pads for it. The table's ready. And then 4 bar stools there. And I say the lighting. See, look, it's 5 o'clock, guys. 5 o'clock. So it's coming on slowly but surely, and I'm pleased with the table. It just gives you a little bit of a rest from my ugly mug. Hey, I'll go over in the shade a little bit. Yeah, but as you can see, it's a beautiful day, guys. Beautiful, beautiful day. Cheers, Andy. hopefully we'll share a beer at it, eh? Well, not share a beer, we'll have a beer each. Yeah, slowly but surely. So it's a beautiful day behind me, up there, the mountain. Yeah, oh, nearly lost it. So it's coming on, so slowly but surely. I think it was about, I think it was 5.5 kilometres, and then I do my run up the steps. There's 20 steps, and I sprint up them. Do that 15 times. 15 times. So I'm on Strava. If anyone wants to follow me, Tony Badger. If anyone wants to follow me on Strava, if you want to, if that's your bag. If not, no worries. And I try and log it. There's a couple on there that are like 30 kilometres because I haven't turned it off properly when I finished it. And I look at it and it comes up saying, oh, you know, it's ready to view. And I'm looking thinking, 30 kilometres? No, 2 miles so far. Awesome. What's that? A mile is 0.6. Yeah, 2 miles, 0.6 kilometres. So, yeah, it doesn't matter what you do as long as you're doing something. I mean, when I had a day off on Monday, because the day before I was doing steps 2 at a time. I thought I'd see if I can push it and do the steps 2 at a time, and I did. I ate that night? Oh, yeah, I know I've done that. Stretched the old legs massively. But so I'm just doing the single steps now. Getting too old for double steps, I think. That's should have stretched out afterwards. That's the lactic acid build up normally. And my legs, I knew I had a pair of legs that night laying in bed. I did. Yeah. So all good. So yeah, no matter what you do, as long as you get out and move it, you know, have a day off a week. And I say I had a day off just to rest them anyway, because they were killing me. So yeah, all good. So yeah, so I most probably do a bit of, say, the electrics on the tiki bar. I know you've heard it all before, guys. We live quite a sediment life. Well, not me. I walk around quite a bit and stuff down the thing. And yeah, so we just it's like you would live anywhere in the world. This is our life. We're not going out doing this, that, and the other, like a lot of vloggers are. This is our real life. It's real expat life here, and what you do. You know, as if you follow me, you know, there's no new names on there yet. But I'm sure the subscriber count's gone up a little bit. I think I'm at 1,455, something like that. 1,454. Yeah. Yeah, that's set on there. It was an old clock that we kept. I think it still works, but yeah. It's warming up now. So we thought, well, that would be perfect in the bar, 5 o'clock. So I just put it at 5 o'clock and thought, well, there you go. It's always 5 o'clock. Yeah, rather than chuck it out, it'll do, won't it? Yeah, it'll do. Always 5 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock sometime. So yeah, it's all good, guys. Waiting for the weather to come. Had to buy a treadmill in Las Vegas. We can't exercise. So. Yeah, the treadmill. Yeah, they're good. I mean, when the gym's open and I go to the gym, what I do is I do my weights first, and then they've got loads of treadmills, recumbent bikes, steppers, and normal like spinning bikes. And then what I do is I do like a hit routine on the treadmills where you're walking at a pace and then it slightly inclines up and then you walk at a faster pace. You do that, I think it's for about a minute, 2 minute and a half, and then it drops down again and then you walk normally. So you're raising your heartbeat up and then you're bringing it down. That's like high intensity interval training, which is it's a way to burn fat. And since I've been doing the sprinting up the steps, I've noticed I've dropped a couple of pounds. I've got to get some weighing scales, but I don't need them to tell me I'm still fat and heavy. You know, by your clothes. I just go by my clothes, really, and shorts. So yeah, it's all good. So yeah, get it all done. So it's all awesome. So I thought I'd do a quick live stream on what's happening with the road trip and you know, what it's like here. But it's going to be a beautiful day, I think. Really, really nice day. And that'll be a change because it's been a bit dismal lately. It's been, you know, a little bit of rain and stuff like that, but not as bad up in, say, as Ranong, Champon and Plachuap. So, yeah, they've had it bad and heavy up there. I say even where we used to live on Cotel. Wow, that's all flooded there, guys. A lot of my friends post on Facebook and I see it and super flooded there. Yeah. Another reason really why we left there. It was all right, but it said monsoon November time and You know, if God forbid if something happens, you can't get off the island because when the weather's like this, that you can't get off the island because they cancel the boats. They cancel the boats, really. Yep, absolutely, plenty there. There's always plenty of flooding. Always plenty of flooding somewhere. So yeah, it's just a bit of the old garden, guys. I've got to renew all the shower and stuff like that. Yeah, just to rinse myself down. That's all broken on the shower and I've got to re-bamboo it. I'm thinking of most probably screeding it, really. Yeah, I'm thinking of most probably screeding it. Hi York, how you doing? Yeah, it's all coming on. We got the old frangipane coming on a tree. And the lime tree, that's all coming on. Keep that short. Pool's looking good. Apparently the pool man's really good round here. The pool man's really good. Let's put you back there, guys. Yeah, the shower behind me is it's bamboo. I would start doing a Thailand pass. Yeah, I think maybe they'll. I don't know whether they'll get rid of it. I mean, they keep changing it all the time. That's the thing. They keep changing it. This spring would be nice, York. Yeah, nice. I think it'll all start opening up December, but they just keep changing things. Really, you know, like you can buy a beer and you can't buy a beer in the afternoon, and you can buy a beer in the afternoon. And I don't know. I don't know. You know, and there's a lot of bits on there about retirement visas. They're going to up the money in the bank and stuff. And you know, if that happens, then we'll sell up and go and move somewhere else because you know I've got money in the bank for the visa, but I don't have any more. But so we'll cross that bridge, and I'm a firm believer in I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. Cross that bridge when I come to it. It's not good worrying about it now because it's all hearsay and stuff like that. So you just got to go with the flow and hit it head on and see what your options are. Normally, there's always an option because I used to use the letter from the British Embassy for my pension. Used to send my pension letters up, then they used to, you know, the affidavit thing and come down. So you know, with that, then but they stopped doing that. No, not yet, Tommy. It's going to happen soon. It's going to happen soon. The old Crimbo decorations. We got all the Crimbo decorations under the bed. Yeah, I mean it's pretty good here with the pool. I mean you got to keep on top of it. Hi, Paul. How you doing, Paul? Paul's been here. Paul's been in the pool. Yeah. Yeah, it's a chlorine puck every 3 days, and you normally hoover it out every day. Normally, slightly. You don't have to hoover it out every day, but the more you hoover it out, the cleaner it's going to be and stuff like that. And I've got a 5 micron bag that I changed to 30 micron bag, and I run that most probably for a couple of days on it. That gets all the fine stuff out. But where we live, there's so many trees and stuff here. You get so much in the pool, you just can't keep up with it, you know. But it's clean, and I test the pH and the chlorine, obviously, and you know we'll test it. It all is where it should be. It's quite an easy pool to do, really. I think stuff. Yeah, the garden's changed a bit more now, Paul, as you know, and yeah, they do, Andy. Unfortunately, all changes so much. So, and that's all that we ever know. There's always going to be change, because as they say, things don't change; they stay as they are. There's always change in there. Always change, guys. Just got to go with it and go with the flow and change and just hit it head on and then just do what you got to do to get out of it. If you can't get out of it, then you have to make another path, don't you? Choose another path to take. But as I said, we'll worry about it if stuff happens, really. We've had 10 years here and it's been good. I'll hopefully get another 10 years. No plans on leaving. I love living here. It's absolutely a great place for retirement. You know, my pension goes so much more further. I have a great lifestyle. Great lifestyle, really. So what we got? 9 in the house. Ooh. So yeah, it's all good. Oh, someone's got the sneezes. That's next door. Yeah, all good. So what are you up to, Paul? You still working? Yeah. Yeah. Ah, James, how you doing? If you're not subscribed to James's channel, Chocolate Man Thailand, where is it? I think it come up. Yeah. If you're not subscribed to that, then subscribe to his channel. Let James in Khao James, wasn't it? Yeah, Khao and then Ao Nang. Yeah. That was good actually, a few days that was. Wasn't it, James? I enjoyed that. Good fun. Rayleigh, that was nice. Very nice place, Rayleigh. Yeah, all good. Thanks for dropping in, James. Thanks for dropping in. So yeah, if anyone can put James's channel up for me, I'll appreciate it. And there's Gary. Oh, Gary's gone, but still put his channel up anyway. If there's the mods on there. What's happening with Gary? Chocolate Man in Thailand. Who else was on? I've got a terrible memory now. Absolutely rubbish, my memory. Absolutely. Yeah. So it's all coming on. And where did we go? Greg. Sorry, guys. I got a phone call from Kerry. They're going to deliver something. A little bit off Lazada. So sorry for that. Missed that, Paul. Oh, shit. Not good. Yeah, sorry, Greg. I had a phone call from Kerry. They were going to deliver a Lazada item. So, yeah, a little Lazada item. He normally rings me on his motor, on his bike and comes round. Well, I was going to go, James, I was going to go from here to Ranong to Champon, then Champon up to Prachuap Kiri Khan. That was my plans, but the weather is so bad, and I know up in Prachuap, Joe said to me that it's bad, and then I checked the weather forecast, and thanks for that, putting that up. Oh yeah, Andy, cheers, and what's happening with Gary as well. Yeah, and so Joe messaged me and said that the weather's really bad up there. Then so I looked at the weather forecast, and Ranong, Champon, everywhere was like pretty grim. And I don't mind, I've got waterproofs and stuff. I don't mind getting caught in the rain, but if you're going to spend all day in it, I can't see the point of it. And like we're saying is, we're retired, we can choose when we want to do. Yeah, and I thought, well, beginning of December, most probably I'll regroup and road trip going to be on then. Hopefully, as the weather gets a little bit better. You say it should start diminishing now, the rain this month to the beginning of December, and it should start getting good. I never really thought about it when I was doing it. It's just that I've not done a big road trip for a long time, and I thought to myself, let's do it. And then obviously Joe said to me, weather's not great, Tone. So yeah, so that's what I've done. Although it's not cancelled, it's just postponed. So yeah, that'd be awesome and good. Absolutely. So the bike's all ready. It's actually still all packed up. Yeah, all packed up. Got all the stuff ready, and I've packed the 90-litre Otley bag, waterproof on the back, and I've just left it in the spare bedroom, really, to be honest with you. And so it's all packed and ready to go. Just got to chuck my my toiletries are in there as well. Just chuck it in and get ready to go. So it won't take long. Yeah, hopefully. Depending, I mean, as I say, when you guys are, that's it's 1,000 kilometers from me. Prachuap is about 500. So yeah, I was hoping that was going to open because there was rumours about the ferry, wasn't there? The ferry, there's a ferry from Songkhla and also a ferry from Hua Hin, but I've not heard a lot of reports. I think the ferry from Songkhla is 20 hours, which is okay. You can get a cabin or something like that. But the one from Hua Hin, I thought to myself, that might not too bad. Cut straight across the Gulf. But that's not, I think it's just taking passengers now at the moment. So that's a no-go. So, well, I don't know. See what the future brings. I'm sure it'll all work itself out. It's got to, isn't it? It's got to work itself out. And it will do. Absolutely. So I'm expecting this delivery, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the live stream. I appreciate all you guys that have joined me on the live stream and listening to me ramble on for what we got, half hour. So all take care, take it easy, and I'll see you guys on the road at some point. So stay safe and be safe. See you guys.